Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Gonna hit the random thing. Random has told me to play Maggie. Alright, Maggie is always maybe one of the more difficult ones at this point. Alright, so there's the seed. Maggie's slow, has a little bit of extra health, and an item that heals her for one full red heart. That's Maggie, you get it now. And hopefully we get some speed up because we're slow. And beyond that, get rid of our use item, change everything that our character is. And we have a little bit of extra buying power in Devil Rooms, except the problem is, in this game, you can't go negative from Devil Room stuff. You just, you know, if you only have one heart, a 2-heart deal costs 1 heart. You don't go to -1 like you did in the original. So that means that the extra health isn't particularly valuable now. Because the only scenario in which you can't get all 3 items with 3 hearts is if there are more than 1 2-heart deals, basically. And that's not very common. Well, sorry, there are 3 items and I may as well take that trinket. There are 3 items and 2 of them or 3 of them are 2-heart deals. And if 3 of them are 2-heart deals, then you can't even get them all with 4. So that's really unlikely, by the way. So not a huge concern. So Maggie doesn't really have that advantage anymore where she has a little bit more leverage with double deals because you could go negative in the original and that was an important thing. But in this game, she's just kind of dead weight. No, that was close. So the trinket I picked up, interesting thing with the movable TNT, by the way. If you're touching a wall, it moves much faster. I don't know why, but I know that. Oh, come on. Okay, cool. Alright, let's fight the Haunt. It's Pink Haunt, though. Pink Haunt's really easy. The Child Leash, by the way, the trinket I picked up, my familiars will be more closely grouped if I have more than one. And that's only familiars that actually follow me in a trail. Which is most of them, but still, like, that's the idea. That attack's great. Just don't do anything stupid. Alright, so that is damage and range up. 1 damage up, I don't know how much range, but it is not a speed up, unfortunately. We are 1/3 of the way to the Spun transformation, though, which would get us 0.15 speed. So that wouldn't be that bad. Of course, one of the more prominent... I didn't get a bomb for that Tinted Rock, which is really unfortunate. One of the more prominent... Let's see, what was the item room? I forgot. I'm just going to go back to find out. Anyway, one of the more prominent syringes... Oh, it was Lazarus's rags. I don't want to respawn as Lazarus. I don't really care. There's no reason not to take it. I just, you know, have been trying to focus more on the purity of my character selection for no good reason, except with Dark Judas in pretty much every situation, because Dark Judas is actually a good thing to respawn as compared to the other stuff. So anyway, skipping all the fires and whatnot in case of want for boss rush or hush. Those are always reasonable possibilities. Can't go in there. Okay, so the problem here is I don't know. Okay, we did it. How safe that safe spot is. Like how precise it was to stay in. But we're good. That 1 damage up is really helpful, of course. And I don't have enough keys to open that chest and feel okay about my life, so I'm just, you know, not. If I had 2 bombs, I could get that. And honestly, it might be worth it. It would be a 0.95 damage multiplier. I'm sorry, 0.9, not 0.95. It would be a little worse than that. It would be 0.9 and also minus 0.4 damage. But it would offer me a huge fire rate up, which is a little less valuable as well because there are a lot of fire rate ups that kind of just happen now. But it would be a speed up, which is immediate gratification for a problem that I am having at the moment. And that's kind of the big thing. So I don't know for sure, but this might still be 0.1 speed down, which would be butts. Oh, this isn't cool. That was lucky that they took the movement that I straight up needed them to in order to not get hit. That was guaranteed damage otherwise. But that was pure luck and had nothing to do with skill or that being a fair room that I executed correctly. Oh man, for once I didn't walk into that. Normally I do. Anyway, Virus might be 0.1 speed down, it might not. But when enemies come into contact with me, they get poisoned. You take 3 ticks of poison damage at 3.5 damage each. And if they die while poisoned, they have a chance to drop a black heart, which is pretty useful. So now I have 2 bombs. I could go get that item. I'm probably not actually going to. I'm just telling you that if you walk into that room, lay both bombs without moving, and then hold down in... Well, okay, no, you have to walk out of the room and then walk back in so they blow up at the same time, and then just hold down into the thing. You'll clip through. That's so unlucky. It didn't look like it was going to hit there. Anyway, you'll clip through, and then you just save and quit. And then continue the run. And then you're out and you have that item. It's a good strat. Since I got screwed, I'm like... I mean, it's not completely screwed. It was completely dodgeable. It just didn't look like it would be there. Oh, nice. I'll still do it, though, just to show it off. And then, you know, it sucks to be me about the devil room, but at least I guess I'm not stuck with angel rooms for this. I'm also gonna go in here. I wish I had waited. I'll be back. Alright. Dang, I didn't get out in time. That's really unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll get a second try. You can leave and re-enter to place them. So again, enter. Alright, that'll work. So it's really easy, and then you just exit the game, and then you continue, and then you won't be stuck anymore. And then you have your item. Just worth showing off. Because that one I don't use the black market clip because I don't think it's worth very much, because black markets are rarely that valuable. But I've had Holy Mantle, or not Holy Mantle, Holy Light in there, and there was no way I was leaving Holy Light behind. So I made sure to figure out how to do that clip properly. Because it was good. And like, I don't know, usually I don't care, but sometimes it's just really stupid that you see an item that's really good and then you can't get it later because the game just wanted to be a jerk. So in that scenario, I had no problem being a jerk back to the game. Well, that sucks. So now I'm fast, I have a high fire rate. I have 2 out of the 3 syringes needed to get the spun transformation, which would be 2 damage up at 0.15 speed up, and maybe something else, but I'm not certain. These are just the stats I remember. I always like to check for a secret room when I bomb for that thing. Luck up's nice. Alright. I actually got the kill finally. Wow, I thought he might hit me for a second. Alright. Didn't hear anything drop. Yeah, definitely don't want that. So just straight up risky item. I would bomb those mushrooms. Oh, I can use this now. But I don't want to take my chances on only having 1 bomb. Maybe there's a tinted rock. Maybe there are more mushrooms that I can get at once than just 3, where most of the time I mess up and only get 2 anyway. It's just one of those kinds of scenarios where it's like, yeah, I could take something or I could save it for something better. So provided I don't get hit, which now seems rather unlikely since Peep is one of my worst fights, I could also use it to speed up the Peep fight and hopefully use it to avoid the damage that might have plagued my Devil Room chance. Anyway, I also think that was a better use of the bomb. But anyway, Peep's one of my worst bosses, so I would not be at all surprised if I Ended up unable to visit my devil room after this fight. Because all it takes is one hit. We actually did it. So guaranteed devil room, like I said. Halo is all stats up. That's good. I don't know that it's worth it to take both of those. By which I mean it isn't. So I'll go with Horror Babylon. Save the knife for later. And just, you know, get my butt out of here. So that's if I'm down to half a red heart or less, any number of soul hearts and black hearts, I gain 1.5 damage and 0.3 speed. And it is generally an alright dude. It's a pretty good item. I figured I was at full health by now. I will visit the curse room. Since I have no soul hearts or black hearts or anything. So of course I was going to take one of those items because I needed to lock in my devil rooms. It's kind of an important thing to do since angel rooms are just so bad. And now technically obsolete. Because you can get both angel room items as well as the Mega Satan key just from sacrifice rooms. So it's just, there's no reason to ever get angel rooms if you can help it. Which hopefully they fix. At the same time, I'm fine with them not ever fixing that. Alright, so I'm definitely taking this, which drops a trinket and doubles the effect of trinkets, if possible, like, or relevant. So like some items it doesn't really double. There's trinkets, that is. Even though it could. Nice. I don't have any bombs, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm just going to use that and also pick it up, of course. So anyway, some stuff it just doesn't double or anything, even though it could. Like, I don't think it works on, say, poker chip. I don't think it works on any of the penny trinkets. Because it's definitely not 100% chance. I don't know if it's 2 consecutive 50% chances, but maybe. Like, I just don't think it works on a lot of stuff like that. But it will work on stuff like Curved Horn Cancer. Anyway, this current trinket lets me walk on spikes without caring. And I am going to buy the Soul Heart because it just seems like I should at this point. And, you know, it's just fun to roll through the trinket pool, so I may as well do that. And I just need to try and remember that I can walk on spikes, because I always forget, normally. We're in good shape. This run ain't feeling too bad. Of course, I still have a ton of health. Forgot that the Halo gave me a health up as well. So I was like, oh god, I'm at 4? I thought I should be at 3. No. No, no. I'm trying to capture them, not kill them. Anyway. The dream is, of course, get rid of as many of my red hearts as I can, get Horror Babylon active. Dark Bum. Alright, you're a nice dude. Picks up red hearts. For every 1.5 red hearts it picks up, it drops a soul heart, black heart, or friendly or enemy spider. Of course, I don't have any bombs, so it doesn't really matter if there's anything available there for me. Alright, life is good. Lucky Rock is a cool dude, but I'm gonna stick with what I got. Sorry, Shiny Rock. I think I said Lucky Rock. Shiny Rock tells me, it like points out tinted rocks by making them glow, but it also works on rocks that have crawl spaces or black markets under them, which is pretty sweet overall. Alright, I can walk on these. This is a different one, so I'm not going to use it. I can get bombs now. So 1 bomb for a bomb profit and unlimited bombs for the floor is a no-brainer. Take this soul heart. My life is pretty good. Technically, I can go to the shop since I can bomb unlimitedly. But I'm just going to take the soul heart and then bomb for the key and leave. Don't really care about the active item. That black heart was pretty lucky. By the way, blowing those dudes up is a 10% double room chance increase, I guess. It's just rarely that relevant. But kill one shopkeeper on your current floor and double room chance. Okay, all these pills that I'm not going to use because pills are bad now. Too many of them are neutral. Oh, that's unfortunate. Too many of them are neutral, but neutral is actually bad because a lot of the neutral pills are just labeled neutral because I guess they were too lazy to code them tagged as bad or good, of course. And you just end up with a really high chance to get garbage. So, pills are bad now. That's just life, and I'm okay with it. Oops, he would have dropped something too. I also would really love to have a black heart for this room, just because bee lickers are annoying to deal with. And now I'd rather have the ability to walk on spikes. Again, it doesn't matter what I have as far as pills are concerned. Cool. Yeah, I figured that dude might do one of those, like, insane hops that's across an entire room in no seconds flat. And it's completely unfair garbage. But it didn't. That made me happy. So there are enemies, of course, that don't do contact damage. Nice, select up. But are like really inconvenient to get over to in order to try and take advantage of the virus. Since black hearts are nice. This is a tears up, size down. No, it's not size down, sorry. Tears up, 3 random heart drops, and range up apparently. But like, I don't know range values, so. Okay, we're good to go. XL floor, that's really unfortunate. Of course, that means I lose a shop. And shops are pretty good right now, I have decent money. But I lose a shop. I don't have unlimited bombs anymore. Seems to rock, though. I lose any other special rooms, like curse rooms, sacrifice rooms, if I'm feeling adventurous with my health. I don't lose an item room, though. I don't lose a boss. I do lose a devil room. Nice. It is overall a bad thing, though. Without a doubt. That's my fault. I used up all of my bombs. That's what I'm talking about. Need to not act like I have infinite bombs. That carrying between floors or something. It doesn't. Oh wow. That, like, I sniped myself. Alright, I have 2 of this. Balls of steel, dang. So that's 2 soul hearts, of course. Rib of Greed. I would probably be smart to carry around, honestly. Because that means that greed can't be in the shop or, dang, secret room while you're holding it. Alright, now I can do that. Of course, I want to still have my other trinket, but I can just take it back after this floor. Because the ability to walk on spikes is really valuable. Oh, I thought I'd get out of the way in time. Still, until I find this shop and whatnot, it is probably worth it to make sure that my secret room and shop are good. Well, maybe not good, but like not worthless. That was my own fault. I screwed that one up. Sorry, friend. Oh, nice. Gave me a black heart. That's really good. Probably gonna use it right now. Could have gotten another one, which would have been nice. It'd be really nice to get the transformation as well. I'd be very happy if that were to happen. Okay, I also want this in my life. So the problem is now, if I really want to play smart-ish at all, I have to do some really meticulous and time-consuming stuff. Never pick up money until I can go back, run through the entire floor with that trinket, so that every time I pick up a coin, there's a 50% chance for a key drop. And technically, I could carry it around and come back for the Rib of Greed when I find a secret room or a shop. But my problem is I feel like I'd forget to do that. So I don't really know how I want to handle my life. So I'm just going to do the thing that I'm less likely to forget. And roll with it. Alright. That one was right there. Okay, you're cool. Technology. Okay, first, I want to go in here. Find out that I do not care at all. You're a jerk. Okay, don't care at all what's in here. And then I want to use money for this because it breaks less quickly. Oh, that was nice. That gets me a black heart. That's not a bad item, but that's a better item. That's all stats up. It includes 0.5 damage, which is more than normal all stats up. Those are all 0.3 for the most part. And it's a -1 fire rate delay. It also gives me like one of each pickup. So it's a little more true to the all stats up name. Even though those aren't really stats. Because I felt like both of these should be secret room locations, but apparently I'm crazy. So I don't care that much about the secret room. I really hate searching for secret rooms on XL floors. Nope, shouldn't pick that up. But like, just in case, gotta play smart. Because if I randomly get a secret room, I know I'll forget. That I can guarantee you. Never black hearts, dude. So of course I forgot about the money as well. That's not surprising, but I remembered for later money for now. So I just need to make sure to remember to pick up money. Another good trinket. See, this is crazy. Another trinket that doesn't get its effect doubled, even though there's a clear way to double it. But anyway, that is the problem with getting trinket generation. Like, there are a lot of trinkets you want, and a lot of trinkets you can't take. I'm still definitely going to stick with Callus, by the way. One of my least favorite rooms in the womb and utero is the one with all those spikes in it that go up and down. And you have like 4 rectangles that you get to go through and stand in, and a chest in the middle. I hate that room. And with the Callus, I don't have to care that it exists, which is a lot more valuable to me than you might think. So I am just gonna deal with that way and live a happy life instead of a sad life when that room shows up. Except it's gonna not show up because, you know, I'm picking something up to prevent it. I didn't get it. How unfortunate. Alright, that's fine. Okay. All these trinkets I don't want as well, of course, but that's not a big deal. I guess I'll go around just because of the money. I think I'm ready to give up on the freaking secret room. Never mind. It was buttons anyway. I love buttons. Everyone should love buttons. I'm just taking that damage. Alright, so now I'm 100% done with this item, trinket, whatever. And I can go take this. And then I might go take the callus right away after picking up this handful's money. It's been worth it already. Yeah, it was worth it. In the end. Good thing I'm kind of fast. Means that I don't have to take forever to backtrack for this stuff. Alright. I got 4 keys out of it. I'm unlikely to make Hush. But is that really surprising with this setup? Setup's pretty bad. It's playable, but it's not great. Okay. So this, I want to make sure to kill these dudes over the gap. Gaps, technically, so that they don't spawn enemies. And then my life is nice. I only messed up once. It's pretty good. Alright, friend. No problem. Can I have the last syringe now? I almost messed that up. Almost messed that up too. Not going back for it. No, we're still shy 1 item room. Just another nice fact. That means that I have another item coming in. Looking forward to it. Again, good trinkets. I can check this blood donation machine. Key beggar. I may as well take it simply because, not because I want him to take keys, but because I could get super bum. And I haven't had super bum in a not breaking run so far, which means that I haven't really had a reason to care about how OP it is, because it's absolutely stupid how much stuff you get out of the super bum. Like, it just drops infinity stuff at the drop of a hat. It's like, oh, I picked up a key, have 8 chests. And it's stupid. But, I would like to witness it. And I mean, I already have 2 of the bums, so. Okay, so they're pushing him a little bit, which is really convenient. And technically I'm immune to this stuff, remember? Because I have the callus. Shot speed up and a card. Which I don't care about at all. Alright, yeah, let's just go. So this might take a little while. Be largely unpleasant overall. Alright, you get out of my face. Oh boy. It's fine, you want me to kill everyone? I can do that. Thanks, friend. I need that last syringe, man, but I can't get it in the devil room. So that's not useful wishful thinking. The plus side is I'm rather fast. It's just my damage. I didn't get a devil room. Like, what the heck? Alright, well, here's hoping. Technically, I should have used this on the next floor. Reason for that is that then I can leave the room whenever it's about to pay out, so it can never pay out with the item. In the original, they locked you out of paying, or out of leaving the room until it had finished paying out. But in this game, they left it completely exploitable, such that you can leave the room before it finishes paying out. You have a blood donation machine forever. You can always get down to half a heart. The problem is I'd need a half heart on the ground at some point in order to get to a half heart interval, because no longer does a trick work where if you play it at a full heart with soul hearts, it'll take half a soul heart and half a red heart. So it kind of worked out for the better as I played it. It's just, it was riskier because I could have lost it and gotten a blood bag, which I don't want, but an IV bag would have been fine. Alright, that's useless. So now I have Polaroid invincibility every time I get hit, and I have Horror of Babylon active, which was the overall goal. Both of those things are pretty valuable. I also have a lot of range. I don't know where that came from, but no problem. No problem. Okay, goal is just don't get hit. But okay, don't hit me. Thank you. That's size-based now. Store key means stores are free to enter. Shops. It's worthless at this point. The nice thing is I can let the Dark Bum pick up every heart, so I never accidentally some health I don't want. Lose Horror of Babylon and Polaroid invincibility in one fell swoop. Alright, that's fine, I can be patient. You know, it's a good life. Yeah, that was happening. Kind of brought it upon myself, unfortunately. Dang, you are always half a heart away. That's my own fault as well. Crack dice when I get hit. Not D4, D6, D12, D10, or D8 effect. So it's abusable, but it's also like you're re-rolling your stats every so often. I don't agree with that. Re-rolling your stats every so often sucks to be you. Okay, I thought I was still invincible, so I was gonna go run into him and... Anyway, I am playing like garbage for the current few seconds. I was doing fine before, right? I can walk on this. And now I'm not doing fine, and I need to go back to doing fine. Oh, that's bad. Yep. Nope, mine. I got myself trapped, but like I had a plan and I just didn't follow it. That's what I'm saying. I need to get back to not playing badly. I was doing well. Of course, any room with these dudes sucks. As far as like having a plan, you know what you want to happen, and then exactly the opposite will happen, I promise. Okay. I probably should use that here. Oh no, that's fine. It's fine. So I actually am not sure that Mega Mod does contact damage to you. Because like I'll have it spawn on me frequently. And then nothing happens. And like I won't even react to it that quickly. It'll be a nice and delayed movement from me. And I still won't get hit. So I'm not entirely sure, but I also entirely don't want to test. So that trinket makes it so that use items won't spawn in item generation unless it's from something that guaranteed drops that item, like a boss dropping its pony or Krampus's head, or from a library. Libraries cannot be prevented from spawning books anymore. They used to be, but that was fixed. So, It's a good item, though. I cannot believe myself right now. So we're going to have one of these, like, one-room XL wombs. Always my nightmare. But you have no way of knowing without, like, a compass, and even if you have a compass, you're not going to trust it because it's like, why would, you know, why would this be the case? But you might trust it because you know it's possible. Still, it's absolutely stupid. Alright, cool. My curving is better than his. Okay, so this is pretty scary, I was trying to say. Maybe one of them will get the tinted rock for me. I'm not counting on it, but it's possible. Nope. That's what I'm here for. I want my tinted rock. Ain't stopping me. That makes my bombs track poison on the ground. I can't imagine a time when that's particularly useful, but it exists. So we got that going for us, except that I'm not taking it over spike walking, which is really good. The bloat again. But again, there's no real problem with the bloat. A lot of people like to act like the bloat's unfair or something, but they're just not patient enough. Though I will admit the eyes do have really bad hitboxes. There's my transformation. So that's speed up by probably 0.3, shot speed up by I don't know. But most importantly, I got my 2 damage up and my 0.15 speed up. I'm already at max speed by this point, so the speed up probably didn't matter. But the damage up is huge. That's the kind of thing I've been needing. Oh, that was lucky. Alright, cool. For once, I wasn't doing a tier attack there so that it got, like, guaranteed damage in on me. Which is cool. So that trinket, when I get hit, I spawn flies. It's okay. And I think it might actually be doubled in effect, which is nice. Dude, never cramp, or never freaking lump of coal anymore. Ugh. Alright, well, let's try and make this work. Gross. Of course, I'm hoping for more tinder rocks. Oopsie. Alright, time for you to laser. I will unload some free damage. Alright, I was so sure I was getting that kill, but now I got it, it's fine. I should probably let the key beggar start having keys at this point. Like, I just don't see it being that big a deal. I probably am not getting that many chests in the chest. Okay. That was my bad. Gotta poison everyone, though. I will bomb for this. Top secret room is unlikely to be there, but I still should have checked, technically. I guess I'll try this. Alright, good to know about. Alright, come back. Thanks. Alright, fine. That was actually a huge pickup. Thanks, that was a good curse of the maze. That was not, though. Ow. That was very unfortunate. Okay, we're good now. No, stay in the corner. You nerd. Alright. So I just wanted to wait for the battery, of course, until I had used up my full charge. And one day, maybe I'll get a Another Trinket that I actually want to take. Alright, so damage in this fight is not up to me. It's a bad boss. But we got lucky and it did the good attack. So we made it. So I have high enough shot speed. Nope. I don't have high enough shot speed. I thought that I might be able to just prevent the boss from making it to me. I was incorrect. So my pill will work on Isaac, even when Isaac is flying. So it'll be a great source of some extra damage. Provided I don't die, of course. It would be nice if the Cancer Trinket would appear. Because the -4 fire rate delay would, you know... I can get that now. It would make my fire rate pretty much near soy milk. And it would be really good. And I would probably be able to handle a lot more stuff. Maybe I wouldn't die. I mean, I still might not die, to be fair. But I'm just not going to count on that, is all. I will definitely be using my pill for Isaac, though. And I should probably take the other one onto the chest with me. Even if I don't find a good use for it. There are some good uses for it. I'm just going to use it. So this is going to be good damage output. It is a very strong pill. We might get out of the first phase really quickly. Though I consider the first two phases, that's my own fault. Anyway, I consider the first two phases to be the first phase. Out of laziness more than anything. And yes, even now that pill would still work on Isaac. Isaac is always a grounded enemy for whatever reason, even when Isaac starts flying. Okay. I should be able to win this fight, by the way. I made it past the only part that could, like, unfairly kill me, and very rarely at that. So it really shouldn't be a concern. The rest of this is easy. And I do have enough damage output. See? Alright, I'm gonna go grab that other pill. And then we're gonna see if perhaps, maybe... I still want this. It's not the best trinket going forward, but it's not the worst. We're gonna see if perhaps, maybe, I get some really good items here. Did not get my third bump, so I did not get super bummed. So this thing follows me on a 3-second delay, shoots at whatever it's near. This shoots the slowing tears. This follows me on a 3-second delay. If I shoot through it, it doubles my tears. And this is a chance to shoot a slowing shot myself. My familiar tears also get doubled through the multi-dimensional baby. It's a good item. It's just kind of hard to use. Alright, let's try not to get hit for any reasons, if possible. I can't believe that I didn't get out of the way in time. Sadly, I might not get the soul heart for this, if I'm unlucky in particular. By the way, the other 3-second delay, the Papa Fly, oof, that was close, is actually doing really good work with the multi-dimensional baby, strictly because all of its shots instantly get doubled, which is awesome. Problem is, how often are those going to hit things for me? Okay, I decided to trust you. That was not a bad call. Alright. We good. Alright, good. Now I have that battery to use. Cursed Skull, definitely. Oh dear, yep, I was kind of screwed there, unfortunately. I wasn't, but I was kind of. That was just an unlucky scenario overall. Hey, 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 don't do that. Just gonna wait that out. I'm probably gonna die. Like, I am rather confident in my impending doom. But I'm gonna do my best. Okay, so last to die, ideally, is Sloth. This card is the Emperor. Well, that's interesting. Alright, man. Is there a better trinket for me right now? I don't think so. None of them are valuable. I don't have anything that drops hearts or anything. Whatever, I'll just go for it as is. And hope that I don't get killed. I will probably get killed. Just fair warning. I didn't even see what killed me. Anyway, I didn't dodge a homing tear successfully, I guess. And I either curved or I just didn't think it was nearing me because I was paying attention. My tears overlapped or something. Either way, I knew I was going to die. I didn't even get to use my item yet. Not that it would have mattered very much. I mean, we all knew I was going to die that run. It was just a matter of when. That was as good a time as any. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.